Good morning. So this is a Cambridge rating, and so oftentimes we know there will be questions related to photographs. So how we can, and the end question in the speaking or even in the essays, the ending will be the one of the questions will be like this: is photography good or not, good or bad? So I just want to this is a reading, and we will be changing that to we'll be considering that for our speaking as well as for our writing. So pay attention to all these things. So taking photographs ruins the memory. So if you want to write it, you can use the same sentence for the heading itself. Taking photographs ruins the memory, research research finds. So now we need vocabulary, how to write for a good mark, right? Our obsession, see, our obsession, so addiction, obsession with recording every detail of our happiest moments could be damaging our ability to remember them. So our obsession with recording every detail, so obsession recording every detail of our happiest moments could be damaging our ability to remember them. So now, so one sentence is this is known as the scientific term is describe this as, this is not scientific term but he describes, someone describes, so we can easily describe this as photo taking impairment. So photography, photo taking impairment effect, photo taking impairment effect, only focusing on the vocabulary. People often whip out their cameras, their cameras almost mindlessly to capture a moment. So unnecessary, mindlessly to capture a moment, for the point that they are missing what is happening right in front of them. So to the point, so see how they compare, to the point that they are missing what is happening right in front of them. See all this gap sentence, okay, which means if that is the appropriate word, that is the accurate word, okay, right in front of them. Okay, so when people rely on technology to remember for them, so when people rely on technology to remember for them, counting on the camera to record the event and thus not needing to attend to it fully themselves. So counting, they are what they are doing, counting on the, see when people rely on technology, counting on the camera to record, counting on the dash to record the event and thus not needing to attend to it fully themselves, attend to it fully themselves. It can have a negative effect on how well they remember. See, on how, see that is like a question, like on how well they remember their experiences. So what they are saying is that we won't be able to remember, right? So they used better, it's a academic writing reading section, so that's the reason why the vocabulary is good and the way of writing is good, so we can consider that for our essays. Camera to count on, right? Count on the camera to record the event and thus not needing to attend. So they don't attend, thus not needing to attend to it fully themselves. It can have a negative impact on how well they remember their experiences. So if you want to write a example sentence or a research sentence in essays or your opinion, so a group of university students, you can shorten this sentence, only go with the necessary part. A group of university students were led on a tour of museum and asked to either photograph or try to remember objects on display. Try to remember objects on display. The next day, each student's memory was tested. The research showed the people were less accurate in recognizing. So you can say this in the speaking example, okay, if it's last section, last part, right, where they expects a detailed answer. The results show that people were less accurate in recognizing the objects they had photographed. Recognizing the object they had photographed compared with those they had only looked at. They had only looked at. See, looked at. Compared with. This is the correct preposition. So that's why I am stressing the results showed that people were less accurate. So I discussed some of the vocabularies over here. It's related to photography, ruins the memory. So it's not related to particular this photography, but what I did is that when I read something, some reading sections, so the sentence which are like a good sentence, I just use them for my essays. So this is one of the reading paragraph. From there I collected some sentence related to technology. Just I will read out it for you. Technology. So you can also do like this. Recognizably, the modern technology in the form of anything had become recognizably. See, we won't use this word, right? Often, even though we know how it's there is a difference. Recognizably, the modern technology in the form of telephone, anything, television had become ubiquitous. Ubiquitous means spreaded everywhere and was to transform further in the coming years or in the upcoming years. Okay. So recognizably, it's true that it's undeniable that, or you can say it's recognizably, there is no comma. The modern technology in the form of dash had become ubiquitous, spreaded everywhere, and was to transform further in the coming years. So if you are saying that something failed to catch on, means they these technologies gave several promises, but it still failed to catch on. So that is a fail to catch on. It's a phrase. So okay, so belief deeply entrenched. So you can say it's a belief. So technology is the worst advancement happened ever. Is a belief deeply entrenched in the mind of critics. So deeply entrenched means that we have a strong belief, okay, which is impossible to change. Belief deeply entrenched. Okay. So traditional teaching has been replaced by robots. Okay. Now dispense social insights of the past. Okay. So modern sophisticated technology has already dispensed sociological insights of the past, that if like you can say that if technology is the, so what is the belief? If technology is there is a it lead to lack of employment opportunity, right? So new more and more opportunities emerging is patently evident that it's dispense sociological insights of the past. See, I am thinking I collected a part of a sentence and framing sentence, write it before you. It is easier to laugh at the fables of the past. So if I am an not advocates, I standing against that. Not some people will be telling traditional technology, traditional way of teaching is good. So I am a critic and I will say it is easier to laugh at the fables of the past. Fables means that you can check the meaning. So it's from my memory, like some behavior, right? I will just
foible.
So foible means weakness, okay, weakness, weak point. So it's a shortcoming of the past, okay. So it is easier to laugh at the foibles of the past. So whatever our ancestors are saying, that is a foibles of the past, so we can easily laugh at that. It is easier to laugh at the foibles of the past. Certain things were now irrevocably, let me check the pronunciation first.
Irrevocably. Irrevocably.
Say irrevocably means it's
Irrevocably.
impossible to change, okay. So this is actually I hadn't prepared for this, that is the what happened. So at least these many sentences you can use to improve your essay, and this exactly didn't match, okay. The country is irrevocably split on one main issue, so you could use that in your introduction sentence. It's true that our country or our nation, the world is irrevocably split on the main issue, so it goes to the introduction sections, okay. So it's the way we have to study. That's just a demonstration that how we are supposed to study. So it's not like a perfect video, I'm not saying that, but it's the way that you have to develop your skill.